This is your host, Dost Umang Tambi over here. And guys, today we are going to solve an interview question based out of Asia Cup. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen and let me show you the interview question over here. Cool. So guys, today we have in input as our as our Asian teams over here, which are basically playing in the Asian Cup. Okay, so we have India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Afghanistan. What I want is an output is basically all the kind of possible match fixtures that can be played between all the teams present in the Asia Cup. So what I mean by that is basically India. If I talk about India over here, India can play possibly with all the teams, right? Of let's say Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Afghanistan over here, right? So India have 5 possible options over here to directly play with these teams. Now, if I talk about Pakistan, right? Pakistan have already played with India. So it has possibly 4 options over here. That is Bangladesh. You can see over here, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Afghanistan. Similarly, if I talk about Bangladesh right now, Bangladesh has now 3 options, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Afghanistan, because it has already played with India and Pakistan. So what I want is the possible, basically all the kind of match fixtures that can be played between the teams. Okay. So to solve this question, guys, we have this input. Okay, we have this table known as teams over here. Okay, in which all the teams are present. Let me go to the SQL worksheet and let me show you over here. Okay, so if I just do select from teams over here, you can clearly see we have this data over here. Let me just order. Okay, let me just show you. Cool. So guys, we have all the data for all the teams. That is Nepal, Afghanistan, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. So this is our country. Okay, we have this one column over here that is known as country, and the table name is teams over here. Okay. So guys, to create that kind of output, obviously we need 2 columns, right? Team A, team B kind of column. If you have seen the output, let me just show it to you again. Just give me a second. Okay, let me just show it to you again. Okay, so we have team A and team B. So we want 2 columns. For bringing out 2 columns, right? If you have clearly understood, this is a question based out of self-join. Okay. So first of all, what I need is for making any kind of join, I can't make join on this column, basically a character kind of column. So what I will do is I will use a case statement over here, okay, to create indexes for each kind of team. Okay, so let me just do it. Let me just select this column first of all. Okay, and after this column, let me write a case statement over here. Case when, let's say, country equal to India. India, then one. When, okay, let me just copy paste it now. Okay. I think it's done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Great. When country in India, let's say Pakistan, let's say Sri Lanka, let's say Bangladesh. Okay, Bangladesh, let's say, let me just quickly do it now. Let's say Afghanistan. Let me just copy paste it, not a problem. Cool. And Nepal. Okay. So when I run this, let me run this, guys, and let's see what happens. Okay, let me just end this part. And okay, L0 and as let's say it a ID column. Okay, let's give it a name as ID column and let's run it. So guys, when I run this part, okay, let me just okay. When I run this part, you can see clearly see we have given an ID column, or let's say an ID to in a reference to each country over here, right? I have given India as 1, Pakistan as 2. You can see Sri Lanka 3, Bangladesh 4, Afghanistan 5, Nepal 6. Now, what I need to do is I need to basically self join this table, right? What I will do is I will self join this table, okay, to find out, okay, to basically find out like the number of combination and the number of fixtures, okay. So guys, let me write this query, and after that I will explain you how I will do this. Okay, so guys, I am using a with clause over here. I'm just using a with clause over here. Let me just name it as team detail. With team detail over team detail as right. Okay. What I will do is select, let's say, T1 dot. Let me just do it a star first of all. Star from team detail, right? Team detail. Let me just give it a T name, T1 alias name, inner join. let's say team detail. Again, I'm just self-joining it. Okay. I will just give it a name as T2 on. Now, when I join this, right, I will join this on ID column. Okay. So let me just do this and I will make you understand how I'm doing this part and what this actually brings out. Okay. So guys, if you have seen over here, what I'm doing is I'm just joining this table again with this similar table. And what I'm giving a condition is T1.id column. Okay. This T1.id column should be less than the T2.id column. If I'm making this similar table again, suppose there is a similar table, again this table. Okay. If I'm making this table T2.id column, wherever T2.id column is greater than T1.id, it will be a join. Okay. So to make you understand, I have already created this part over here. So suppose this is T1 and this is T2, right? Now, if I want to join on the condition is T1 greater than T2. So basically T1.id greater than T2.id, right? Let me just type it, then I will move it. Is greater than T2.id over here. So guys, what will happen over here is if I just talk to this first row, if I just talk about this India over here, that is having the ID as 1. Okay. If I talk to this T1.id, this is T1, this is T2, right? Now, when I match with this IDs are both equal and this is not satisfying the condition. So it will be false. It will not return a record. When I move to this 1, 2, now T2.id is greater, right? So it will match. And there is a result known as India versus Pakistan. Okay. Similarly, India versus Bangladesh because T2 ID is greater. Similarly, India versus Sri Lanka. And in this similar fashion, it will move, right? Now, if I just go to this part 2, right? So T1 ID should be less than T2 ID. Basically, T2 ID should be greater. 1 and 2. For these two, there will be no match because these are less or equal to. Now, Pakistan have options like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Afghanistan. And similarly, if I talk to Bangladesh, it will move from 4 over here, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Afghanistan. So guys, in this fashion, I will be able to create all the match fixtures over here. So guys, let me just do it in the let me just select the columns over here. T1.country, let's say as team A, let's say as team A, comma T2.country as team B. Okay. Let me just run this part and let's see what happens. Now, if you can see, I have 15 rows generated. It is obvious because India has 5 options, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, in this fashion, the order moves. So it has created the 5 fixtures over here with India. If you can see the similar result over here, right? Within India, Pakistan, you can see we have created the 5 fixtures. Pakistan have, after that, you can see the result as same over here. We have total in all 15 matches, right? If I just select this and you can just take a count, this is 15, right? So guys, in this fashion, we are able to get all the possible fixtures that can happen in the Asia Cup.